Hey guys, welcome to the yet another episode of the late night football show. Today I have these special guests who were there yesterday also with me, Arif and Aniket. So yesterday we discussed about the manager of the season. We also discussed about the we managed to form a team of the season with the help of you two guys, and now we will come to the player of the season. So let's just dive into it straight away. Arif, who is the player of the season for you?
Without shadow of a doubt, Harry Kane, the main man. He's
And
running a club. He's basically running Tottenham Hotspurs. He's doing everything. He's assisting, he's creating, he's playing as a striker, a false nine, a centre mid, everything he's doing. He's definitely there.
anything you want to rebut to this? Who is your signing of the season? Sorry, player of the season, Aniket?
For me, it would be Ruben Dias, the player of the season,
And why is
without
that?
a doubt. The way he transformed coming into his first season in Premier League, and he's coming from a very different league, coming from Benfica, and Manchester City really needed him, and actually really needed a defender who can step up. And that's why Ruben Diaz, and he didn't play in this league before. Harry Kane has been playing in this league for about 6, 7 years now. He has been the top scorer of the league for a while. So Ruben Diaz was actually a very unexpected thing to happen, coming in, and the way he transformed Man City, probably one of the best defensive sides in the world, and the performances that he has put in the Premier League. The first game that he played was against Leeds,
Hmm.
and we know how energetic Leeds can be
Yeah.
coming into. And I think it was just 2 or 3 days after he was signed that he came to play for Leeds. So, and then again, another big thing is that the way he transforms stones. A good CB is not just who can defend, who can also make your fellow defender look good. Like we can see Ramos. We see when Ramos is not there in Real Madrid, how much Real Madrid suffer defensively. We
Hmm.
saw that against Man City last season. Varane was completely uh, confused, and Ramos being there, he guides him. Similarly, Ruben Diaz being there, he guides Stones, he guides the other fullbacks, Walker, Zinchenko,
But
Cancelo. So
but what about
Ruben Diaz
Arif's
would be for
argument
me.
that basically that Kane is actually carrying this Tottenham team on his own? I mean, he is doing basically everything that he can do. I mean, if you also consider clean sheets as a player, because he is a part of the team that defends as a whole. So I mean, he is helping in
Exactly.
that regard as well. He's scoring goals, he's assisting. Uh, so Arif, I just want to ask you, why do you put, because Aniket has listed out the qualities and the impact of Ruben Diaz in this City team. Why do you think Kane is having a more impact? Because they are where they are in the league table, we can see that. So, and Ruben Diaz is actually in the part of the City team that has won the league. So, fine, you first of all, Manchester City have won the league. So,
Yeah, finally,
you want to give us a round
about
of
time.
applause?
Nah, I'm good.
Okay, no,
A
yeah.
guard of honor.
Nah, that's what you guys gave me. Anyways, um, are you guys getting the Guard of Honor?
I
Any
think
chance?
yes.
Like, are
I
they
think yes.
offering?
Yes,
Both as the
yes.
the three teams that
Newcastle will give
Uh,
us.
no,
Newcastle, Brighton, and
no one wants Newcastle anyway.
all the three teams have decided to give the Order of Honor. Actually, I think.
Okay.
it's actually, yes, it's actually on the team whether they decide to or
Yeah.
not. But
So big up to them
Yeah.
that they decided. But
Anyways,
okay, yeah. Moving on
but
to why do you think that Kane has had a more impact in this first team, other than of course his goals and all? But why do it's more than Ruben Diaz? Uh,
actually,
I think he has reason. Yes,
he is frozen at the moment
he
when
froze.
big spot when we put his spot. Okay, no, yes,
am I back?
yes.
Yes.
Hopefully Liverpool can do a comeback like this.
That's exactly Liverpool is. It's all about
Okay,
comebacks.
yes.
Anyways, yeah. So Tottenham, the main thing is without Harry Kane, there is no Tottenham. I don't see them.
But he has a point actually. But I will take your point in this that what if they don't finish in Champions League and what if they don't finish in Europa League as well? Then okay, Harry Kane is there. Without him, there is no Tottenham. But what if they miss out on the European competition? Then what is the point? Oh God.
We can't hear you.
We can't hear you.
No.
I wish we had. Okay, just check in. Don't give up. There is still time. There are 3 more matches. I think his performance has been as Liverpool's win this season.
Patchy.
Maybe you just take out this Liverpool jersey. It might help. This
No.
was not a setup. This was not a pre-planned thing that we will call on a Liverpool fan and will roast him. It just so happened that they have crumbled this season. But
Am I audible?
yes, yes.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, no, come back to your point. Why? You know what I was saying, that if Tottenham miss out on these European places, what is the point? Like, him doing all those things, they've still been
Harry
not.
Kane is doing everything a player can do, everything that's possible on the pitch. He's assisting, he's defending, he's taking corners, he's taking set pieces, free kicks, everything.
But
So, like, what more can you expect from the
but what
player
is,
of this
but,
season?
but was Grealish anywhere near the argument last season of player of the season? He was doing everything for Aston Villa.
No, the numbers weren't there.
But
He had created a lot of chances, but the assists were not there.
okay,
The numbers has to
I
be
get
there.
it. But what I'm saying is that if you miss for a team like Spurs, that has been like finishing in Champions League places for after City, they have been the most consistent in the last decade in terms of finishing Champions League places. And then there comes this Europa League at least. But now, if they miss out on Europa League as well, I mean, it's basically just the season is redundant for them. They have not won anything. They're not in the European competition. Just it is same as if you finish 10th, if you finish 7th or 8th for me.
I understand, but definitely we're not talking about the team of the season. We're talking about the player of the season. How crucial he is, that's the main point. He's absolutely the most important player in that team. More important than their manager.
Okay, but so no, what do you have to add to that? And quickly, my ad.
Me?
Yeah.
I think that yes, Harry Kane has been exceptional and he is very crucial to Tottenham. But uh, even if Tottenham would have finished top 4, which I don't see them finishing, so maybe then Harry Kane would have won this. But Tottenham are just finishing way below than they are expected to, and that would hurt Harry Kane's chances somewhere. Because last time we saw De Bruyne win it, but Man City was second and by a very long distance, 18 points. And Jordan Henderson was a favorite, though it was the same argument because De Bruyne had the stats, but Jordan Henderson has the impact and all. But still, they gave it to De Bruyne. But it may be somewhere because De Bruyne matched up the assist record of Henry. But Tottenham are just way below than even if fifth maybe, but then Tottenham are
But
just.
Okay,
way
I'll ask a
below than
question.
this.
I have a question.
yeah.
For example, City and Spurs are playing. Which player is more crucial to their team? Diaz or Harry Kane?
I think both of them because
Nah.
in Man City
more
system,
important.
But
you
it's not.
can't compare
But it's
because
but it's not that this is the player of the season. It's not about player of this team. Maybe he will get the player of Tottenham, and Diaz can get the player of the Man City. But when we talk about the player of the season, it's about who has contributed to their team's actual like success. I mean, in terms of, I try to understand that. Harry Kane has been amazing. He's been phenomenal. What he has been doing is, I don't think we have seen that in quite some years. Like a guy leading the charts in scoring and leading the charts in assists. But Tottenham is still sixth, might end up below that. But Man City has won the league, and Diaz has been the the only player who is undroppable in that team after Ederson. After not even Ederson, and I will say both are at the same place in that regards. But and Diaz, one more point about Diaz is that the way he has elevated the performance of the others around him. Harry Kane, I think he has elevated performance of Son, but that's about it.
You have a point, but I still believe that Harry Kane should win it, because what else do you have to do as a player? What else can you do to win that player of the season? There is nothing more anyone can do, especially as a striker.
Okay, just lastly, I want to ask you: has anyone has shifted to the other side of the argument from what they came on?
I think Aniket should. Aniket should say.
For what? For winning the league? No, but I think Harish has a very good point, and that is probably the strongest argument that can be put, that Man City won the league. You know, if Man City came second and Diaz would have been in the argument, then
You know,
maybe
Man
Harry
City
Kane would have.
also won the league
But
without
because a
Diaz.
player, because sorry,
Man City has won the league without Diaz. Don't forget that.
But that is totally different thing. That team was different. The whole setup was different. This set of players are different. I mean, there was company before that. When company left, there was a huge gap in that middle of the defense, and which was exposed last season. You can say because he was talking about Man City came second, but we saw the difference between Liverpool and Man City last season. So I mean, now since Diaz has came, but okay, let's do that. I think you both made your point. I just want to ask you, other than those two, who is your, if you can come to second, who is your second, I think, player of the season?
I think Bruno Fernandes.
Aniket has conceded defeat. he, I don't know what has offended him so much.
I'm telling you, Harry Kane can do that to people.
So I think we will just end it here with Aniket. I think he's back. Aniket, Ariba said that his second choice would be Bruno Fernandes. What about a quick word on Bruno Fernandes? Can be a second choice?
yeah, even my second choice would be Bruno Fernandes.
So let's give it to Bruno Fernandes.
Because
we give
no,
it to
even
Bruno
he,
Fernandes
I
because
think
we
that
want to keep the video short.
And Bruno Fernandes is
especially that it is his full season, first full season, and Manchester United are also, he plays a similar role like Harry Kane, but the difference is that Bruno Fernandes has better players around him than Harry Kane has. But again, Manchester United are going to finish second, and team position will matter in this.
Okay.
So Bruno would be second for.
Okay, thank you guys. I think we couldn't actually mutually agree on one player, but it was always the case. But still, thank you coming on to the show. So we will end at that. And please do like and subscribe and let us know who is your player of the season other than Bruno Fernandes.